Hey guys, welcome back. So I wanted to tell you 3 of the key things that I do when I want to pull out all the stops and lose weight. And it might be after I've had a baby, whatever it is. These are like the 3 sustainable things that I do that work really well. They work awesome for men, they work awesome for women across the board. So these are my 3 things. So the first thing I talked about in the video previously, which is all about intermittent fasting. So I fast 18 hours from after dinner until lunch the next day. I'll have probably like an herbal tea or my own little cocoa that I make that has some fat in it, like maybe some butter or a little bit of cream or some coconut oil to kind of help me if I'm feeling a little bit hungry. It kind of calms my stomach down if it's feeling hungry without breaking my fast and giving me the awesome benefits of intermittent fasting, which is fat burning. So the first thing I would do would be to do intermittent fasting. It's unbelievable. And that's something that you can ease yourself into. Like I said, you can do a shorter fast. You can do a 13-hour, 14-hour, 15-hour fast. The science is there, guys. I mean, there's so many podcasts and books that I've read that talk about people that even just like lessen how much they let themselves eat in a day, tighten up that window of when they eat, they get a lot of benefits of healing their body and actually losing weight. So just eat a couple meals, even if it's eating your 3 meals a day and not snacking, that's so much better. Every time you snack, no matter what it is, it's going to spike your insulin. And your body is going to take a break from burning that fat and using your body fat for energy. So that would be my first thing. The second thing would be to really start to limit your carbohydrates. So as you know, I eat a low carb diet. I'm the happiest that way. My body feels the best, and it's just the best for losing weight. So this is what I do because I am either lifting weights or doing like an intense, high intensity interval training workout for my fitness. I have specific times during the week when I do have carbohydrates. So the first thing I would say to you if you're starting a low carbohydrate diet is, what is your activity level? If you're not super active, if you're at a desk job, then guess what? You could jump right into a ketogenic diet, which is like awesome. And you have no reason that you need carbs for a while. So if you're doing a ketogenic diet, your net carbohydrates, so that's the carbohydrate subtracting the fiber, whatever that is, your total in a day you want to be below 30. And guess what happens when you're eating a pure ketogenic diet? Your body goes from being a sugar burner, so burning the sugars in the carbohydrates that you eat as energy, you start to use your own body fat for energy. So ketogenic diets, I love. So that would be the best thing if you aren't super active, to just jump into a ketogenic diet. You could just search for it. You can eat really well, clean eating diet doing ketogenic. Now, if you're active, super active, whatever level of activity you are, you're going to want to add some carbohydrates, and that's called carbohydrate cycling. So for me, I'm taking a break from lifting lately, and I've been doing the Body Boss HIIT workout. It's a 12-week thing, and it's pretty intense HIIT 3 times a week. So because of that, I have 1 to 2 carb ups a week. So like a Wednesday night, I might have a big loaded baked potato, and then like on a Friday night, I'll go out with my husband and we'll have a date, and I'll have some carbohydrates that night. I don't go overboard. Women don't need as many carbohydrates, but it is good for resetting your hormones if you're doing high intense stuff. So that's my second thing, is like try really limiting those carbohydrates. Even if you just limit them and you're not in the ketogenic category of eating less than 30 carbs, just lowering them is going to shift how your body is functioning. So that's what I do. I eat a ketogenic diet all the time, as much as I can. I feel the best that way, and my body's using my fat for energy, and so I can lose that fat a lot faster. And then, like I said, a couple times a week, I will have a set time in the evening to replenish with some carbohydrates. The last thing I would say is your activity level. And this is stuff you've probably already heard, but it's true. Like, stop doing the steady cardio if you're trying to lose weight and you want it to stay off and you want it to come off quickly. do some intense stuff. Do short, intense thing, which is HIIT, high intensity interval training. I love doing jumping rope. I like doing anything that's fast and short. I get back home faster, or running up and down my hill and I've got no breath and it's super intense. That's when you're going to burn the fat. And actually doing HIIT exercise, which is super short but super intense, you burn 3 times the amount of fat. And you actually are burning fat into the whole next day after you've worked out, through that sleep, etc. So I would say do some high intensity stuff, be at the gym a third of the time, or start lifting weights. That's another thing that really blasts fat, because it's going to raise your metabolism. So those are my 3 things. Try them out. I've had a lot of success. I've had 6 babies, 5 pregnancies, 1 C-section, and I'm getting better and better about losing the weight after having the baby. And that's important when you're a mom and you're active. It's not a vain thing, guys. It feels good to fit into my clothes. So I love eating ketogenic. I love cycling in carbs through starches on the weekend, and doing hard workouts that are really short. So I'd love to hear if you're doing any of this now. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you later.